Think about a tire. As you use it, you're losing traction and the surface is smoothing out. Same thing happens to your bowling ball as you use it. After a while, it smooths out and loses some of its performance. When this happens, you can either get a new ball, and as a pro shop guy, that's an option, or you can work on the surface and get it back to normal. Probably the easiest way to do that is with Abralon pads. These are comparable to sandpaper, but a bit easier to use and maneuver, and you can have your local pro shop operator work on it with a ball spinner, or as an added value, it's one of the items you can just as easily use yourself. This method can either be used to bring a ball back to life, or before you bowl to get a ball to get different reactions to the oil conditions you're facing. Either way, it's a very valuable tool for your skill set for anyone starting to take your game more seriously. The pads come in various grits from around 180 up to around 4,000. The lower the number, the rougher you're making the surface, which causes more friction on the lane and makes the ball react sooner. The higher the number, it's just the opposite. Usually, you're going to only work with the various 1,000 grits. Anything lower is usually for extreme conditions or for working in the pro shop. When you're using it, you're going to take the ball and stabilize it, maybe holding it, but preferably with a ball cup to make it less awkward to hold. Take the side of the pad that feels like sandpaper and begin to rub it around the bowling ball in a circular motion. It shouldn't take much pressure. You don't have to really lean into it, just a nice firm motion. Go around the ball and make sure you're doing all 6 sides. And hearing that, you may go, wait, 6 sides? It's a sphere. Well, there are 6 halves to a bowling ball, and you want to make sure you get all of them evenly. You have finger and thumb, left and right, and top and bottom. Doing all 6 reduces the amount of sanding lines you're going to get, and it evens out the surface so the friction's consistent on all areas of the ball. Remember, much like sandpaper, every time you use your Abralon, it's losing some of its grit, to where after about 7 to 10 uses, it's actually more like the next highest grit. So for example, after using a 1,000 grit pad 10 times, it's more like a 2,000 pad. When it's worn out, you can either dispose of it and get another one from your local pro shop, or you can use it as the next grit. If you're keeping it, a good system of keeping track of how many times you've used it is to make a small mark on the side you hold with a Sharpie every time. When it has 10 marks on it, you know it's the next level of grit. So come into RTS Bowling and get your Abralon pads. We have them for $6 each, or the Abralon package of 3 for $15.